Hello beautiful people, welcome once again to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you guys are good and fine. If you are new to this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a beautiful family. Please make sure you consider subscribing to our beautiful channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so very much. You are the reason why this channel is still here. I appreciate you guys so very much. Yeah, I'm outside at the moment, and I want to just quickly make a video for you guys. Today I'll be talking on the quality of life in Malaysia. Like, what is the quality of life in Malaysia? Maybe you are thinking of coming to Malaysia, or you are in Malaysia and you have people that want to come here and you may want to give them some information about Malaysia. It will be interesting to know the quality of life in Malaysia from a foreigner's perspective, okay? So if you want to know that, stay tuned to the very end of this video. I'll be talking on different topics, okay, with regards to quality of life in Malaysia from my own experience and from what we can see around basically. Catch you guys right away. Okay guys, welcome back. So yes, talking about the quality of life, actually Malaysia has a very good quality of life to a large extent, but you know, the quality of life actually depends on some certain factors. So maybe in some areas they are very good, and in some other areas maybe they are trying to improve. As you all know, Malaysia is not yet a developed country. It's still a developing country, okay? So they are making a lot of progress basically, but I'll be focusing on these favorable quality areas, and maybe some that I think there may be improvements on the way. So with regards to the cost of living in Malaysia, actually, I can't say it is high, I can't say it is low, maybe I can just say it is medium, okay? Or perhaps let me say that they have a very affordable like living cost in Malaysia, okay? You can still survive basically. Even if you're a student, you can still survive. And the good thing about Malaysia cost of living is that they have everything for every level of expenses, okay? For example, if you want to live a low life, you can live a low life comfortably in Malaysia and you still be fine. If you want to live an average life, you can live an average life in Malaysia and you are still going to be fine. And if you want to live a high class life, high quality, you can still live the high quality life at a quite affordable rate and you are still going to be fine, okay? So you have, you know, your choice to make basically. So when you talk of the cost of living, you have to look at the shopping malls, you have to look at how much goods and services are being sold in Malaysia. I think averagely the prices are very fair. If you have been watching my vlogs where I go out and buy stuff, especially food is very cheap in Malaysia, like relatively cheap. That is if you are eating at the normal local food stores. Of course, food will be cheap, but if you want to eat at the big, fine places, of course, they're going to add the price for the beautiful place and then the AC and all those kind of graciousness, okay? But in an average restaurant, food is very fair in Malaysia, the price, okay? I think you can get, let's say, for example, breakfast. Like today now, the day I'm doing this video, I took my breakfast for just less than 7 ringgit or less than 6 ringgit, 5 ringgit something, yeah. That's what I took. I took roti canai, 2 roti canai and teh ice, and it was very okay for me before I went to teach. So you see, I'll put the price of that in ringgit, in dollars for you, so you can see how much you can actually spend on food for breakfast, okay? So let's say in a whole day, if you are the kind of person like me that want to spend average budget, you can spend maybe, let's say you want to even eat 3 times. I don't even eat 3 times, but let's say you want to eat 3 times, you can spend, let's say, an average of maybe 20 ringgit for food in a day, yeah. Or no, maybe 30, but you won't spend up to 30 actually. Why? Like you can get a complete dish, rice, nasi, and then with chicken for around maybe 10 ringgit or even less than that. Depends on the recipe, the kind of food you're actually eating. So let's say you take breakfast for maybe 7 ringgit. Then let's say you take lunch for maybe 10 ringgit. That's 17, right? Then let's say you take dinner for maybe another 10 ringgit. That's like 27 ringgit. So you see, not up to 30 ringgit in a whole day. I think that is very fair. Calculate that in a month, then you are going to see how much you're actually spending on food in a month if you are going to eat 3 times a day, which is very rare for an average adult, okay? Apart from food, with regards to like the prices of things in the shop, for example, bread, the normal bread, okay, size of sliced bread or loaf or sliced bread, normally I buy my bread around 4 ringgit 10 cents or 4 ringgit 20 cents. That's also very fair for a whole size of bread, you know, it can take me for like maybe 3 days. Yeah, I think it's very fair. Then let's say, what again? A bag of rice, like you guys saw the other day, I went to buy rice. A bag of rice costs like from 15 ringgit, you can get a good bag of rice, okay? 20 ringgit, 30 ringgit, 40 ringgit, depends on the type you want basically. But yeah, from 15 ringgit, you can actually get a 5 kg bag of rice. What do you guys think? Is that not quite fair? So the cost of living is actually fair. Then you talk of accommodation, that's another thing we want to look at. For accommodation, actually, this one is somehow tricky. It depends on where you're actually staying, but it's also on the positive side when you come to the quality of life, okay? The accommodation in Malaysia, it's not too expensive, but they have different choices for you, okay? For example, if you want to stay in a condominium, condominium are those tall buildings, you know, where you have all these ice scale buildings basically. So if you want to stay there, you can stay. I've stayed in a condominium before. I've stayed in the normal flats, and I'm currently staying in just a normal flat house right now. So for condominium, it's more expensive because they have all the very beautiful things. They have swimming pool, they have sporting equipment and sporting facilities and many other, you know, attractive things. You know, it's a condominium, right? Like an estate basically. So the price maybe for a 3-bedroom average, I'm just giving you average, for a 3-bedroom apartment in a condominium, you can spend at least, let's say, an average of 2,000 ringgit, some from 1.5 depending on if you want it furnished, partially furnished, or not furnished. Okay, you can even get cheaper prices at other places, but I'm using the capital city now as our baseline because definitely that should be one of the most expensive places in every country, right? The capital city. So for example, I have some of my friends that are in, let's say, Penang. I have some of my friends in Perlis. They pay very, very cheap, even for a complete 3-bedroom flat. So I'm even jealous of them. I wish I'm staying in Perlis. I wish I'm staying in Penang. Maybe I would have spent a cheaper price on accommodation. But if you're staying within Selangor, like Petaling area, or Kuala Lumpur, definitely you are going to spend some extra bucks, okay, on accommodation. So averagely, let's say in KL and PJ, let me put them together. Averagely, you can get accommodation from 400 ringgit for a room. That same 400 ringgit, actually, you are going to get that same accommodation in, let's say, another rural area. Okay, you can get that same accommodation for, instead of a room, you can get for maybe an old flat. How fun is that? That is quite tricky. So if you're coming to Malaysia, maybe your school is in the urban areas, maybe not in KL, maybe a little bit far away, then you're going to spend lesser money on your accommodation, okay? So that is it about accommodation. Accommodation is okay here in Malaysia, and let's see, they have bills like water bill, they have light bills and all that. They are quite fair, but it depends on the consumption. For example, electricity, it depends on the consumption. They are very honest, okay? You have the automatic meter there, so at the end of the month, it's based on what you spend that you're going to pay for, okay? Then for water, in fact, one of the places I stayed in the condominium, there was a period of time they gave us free bill. Like if you don't use up to so amount of water, you won't pay anything. So we were just managing, like not even managing, we're actually doing all our normal things with the water and all that, but we don't still use up to that amount that they gave as the barricade, you understand? So this is very beautiful if you ask me, and it's quite amazing that actually they can give everybody the opportunity, not only Malaysians, even foreigners also can also enjoy such kind of gracious benefit. So for housing, I think it's very good.
Hey my friend, come and explore with Bolu. I love you.
Another thing is that Malaysia also maintains their houses very well. It's very rare for you to hear that this house collapsed or this condominium just collapsed and there were casualties and all that. It's very, very rare in Malaysia. Like I don't think I've had it. Of course, maybe construction sites, there may be some accident once in a blue moon. But like for a condominium to just fall down like that, you can't even hear that in Malaysia, not to talk of normal flats. So you see, it's quite a very safe place and they maintain their structures very well. I think one of the culture I cherish a lot in Malaysia, generally, even you talk of road, you talk of every other thing, is the maintenance. They maintain whatever they have. Like you don't need any commissioner to come and sign something or to come and design everywhere, and they're taking pictures up and down because they want to repair a small part of the road. It's not done here. In some part of the world, You know, when they want to just commission a small road or even toilets, let's say they want to commission the tandas, you understand? You will see people will come, everybody will come with camera, they will be taking pictures and put balloon up and down. I mean, you know, these kind of things are very funny, you know? Like, this is what you're supposed to do, am I right? So in Malaysia, nothing like that. They do their work and it makes everything just move smoothly. For example, just this small road close to my house, you know, they always come to maintain that road, you know, upgrade it. You just wake up in the morning and see new road. You know, it's not nothing special. So they maintain everything very graciously here. Then you talk of transportation. Transportation is really, really great in Malaysia. You have various kinds of transportation in Malaysia, and all of them are so nice. You have a train. You know, train stations are almost everywhere. That's for some part of Malaysia, not everywhere, not like the all states. I've traveled to some states that they don't still have trains like that, okay? Maybe they just have the connecting train that travels, but like the one within the city, they are still trying to connect to other places. But you talk of Kuala Lumpur, you talk of Selangor, most part of Selangor, there's train connection. And then you talk of Putrajaya, okay? There's train that connects these different parts of Malaysia. But still, you still have the long trains, the ones that travel long distance that can actually connect from, let's say, Kuala Lumpur to anywhere in Malaysia. I think so. Then they also have ferry, the sea kind of something, the boat and all that. Yeah, you can travel by water in Malaysia. I've not done that yet. Maybe one of my videos I'm going to travel by water. Maybe when I go to Langkawi or all those places. Yeah. So then they also have, what do you call it? Bus, of course. They have buses everywhere. They have free buses. Let me tell you, if you know your way very well and you know the connection, the road connection in Malaysia, you can actually spend 0 ringgit on transport. Yes, it's possible because, no, you may not be able to spend 0, but you can spend very less. Because, for example, in Petalinjaya, if you are staying within Selangor, again, if you are staying within Selangor or Kuala Lumpur, not everywhere, okay? So you have free buses within Petalinjaya. You also have free buses in Kuala Lumpur. Can you imagine that? That is so beautiful and so attractive. So I think transportation is so good. The quality of life is really, really good to a large extent in Malaysia. But of course, they have their lapses as well. Another thing, you were talking about investment opportunities. Yeah, there is opportunity for investment in Malaysia if you have the money. Yes, if you have the money. For example, let's say you want to start a business in Malaysia. Of course, if you have the money, it's a virgin land, if I would say that. Yeah, it's a virgin land to invest. But when you are investing, you have to invest something that you know that will yield forth much fruit for you. I cannot give you examples of what you can invest in Malaysia, but I am thinking that housing will be a very great one. Yeah, because they have all these condominiums, new condominiums coming up everywhere. And I know that there are foreign investors also that actually invest into some of those businesses. So if you have money, why not? You can invest in Malaysia and you get your profit. It's a virgin land for investment. And if you have other businesses, you can of course collaborate with the locals, and then you can start your business in Malaysia. Okay, maybe it's not as simple as I'm saying, but it's not impossible. That's what I'm just trying to say. We have people from all over the world that actually have businesses in Malaysia, even from Africa. I know of some people that actually have their businesses established in Malaysia. So it's just a matter of cooperation and then having the best team, okay, and then having a local that will also back you up. Then I think things will be very fine. Let's talk about the health, okay? Quality of life with regards to health in Malaysia. That's the next thing. Well, I think Malaysia is trying when it comes to health, okay? Their clinics are very nice. The hospitals, the standard is very high. You know, the ones I've seen so far, basically, very, very, very standard, okay? Very neat. And I think in Malaysia, they have a roadmap, like they have a guide that everybody must follow, okay? If it depends, if you're in the health sector or if you are in housing or whatever, they all have a standard they need to follow. So for health, it's really good. They have very, very, very high standard of workers, okay? The professionals, the health professionals are really educated, and not just education, their character is very great, very gentle, you know, with the patients and all those kind of things. And at least I know somebody that traveled from Nigeria and came to Malaysia to do an operation, a major operation, and it was very successful, okay, on that person. So many other things you can do in Malaysia with regards to health. So if you are looking for somewhere to do some things, you may need to check out, and it may be cheaper than you traveling to some other places, okay? So that's that. Now, with regards to business tax, yeah, they pay tax basically in Malaysia. If, for example, if you are doing business in Malaysia, you're going to pay tax, definitely. But I think the cost of tax is not so high like that. as compared to what you're going to pay if, let's say, you are in the US or UK or some other part of the world. The tax here is still quite average. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comment section below. I may not know everything completely, but I think with regards to tax, it's quite fair, even for foreigners to a large extent. Yeah. The next thing I'll be talking about is recreation. Okay, the quality of life with regards to recreation. There are a lot of parks in Malaysia. In fact, this video I'm making now, I'm making at a park. Okay, and people are relaxing, enjoying themselves, enjoying their life. So it's a plus, okay, for Malaysia. You can actually just go out, enjoy yourself, and you are safe. That's another thing, safety, right? You are safe, okay, wherever you go. Okay, they have water parks, so many water parks in Malaysia. Then they have, what do you call it? Just like tropical kind of places where you have different plants, different, species of flowers and all those kind of things. Then they also have, let's say, the touristic kind of recreational environments, okay, or recreational places. For example, you have the Petronas Twin Tower, you have Langkawi, you have, what do you call it, Genting Island, and many others like that. Cameroon Island. There are so many recreational places where you can go, relax, enjoy yourself. They have a lot of cable rides, so many things basically when it comes to recreation. And the funny thing about it is that it is very affordable. In fact, most of them are free. Like, you can walk into any park in Malaysia. You can just walk into any park, enjoy yourself, and relax, free of charge. And when you are done, you walk out. So it's really, really nice and so beautiful. I think they are really trying, and their government is trying to make things better. You know, there is development. When you say developing country, it's really a developing country, you understand? They are making progress every blessed day, okay, in this beautiful country called Malaysia. Anyways, let me know if there are some things I've missed out. Let me know in the comment section below. Educational stuff will be a different video on its own because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to studying in Malaysia, what you need to know, and if it is worth it. I'm going to be giving you that in the next series, I think. So with regards to quality of life, for me, I think with these areas I've covered, Malaysia is really trying their best. They may not be perfect, but at least they are trying their best to a large extent, okay? I hope other countries can also learn. And if you love Malaysia, let me know in the comment section below. Give me the reasons why you love Malaysia and what are your own points with regards to the quality of life you think Malaysia is trying or you think Malaysia should improve on. Let me know in the comment section below. For now, I'll be stopping here for this video. Till I see you in the next one, stay positive, stay safe. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Much love and God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.